All right, let's cut across to the other side of breaking that we are tracking right now. In closure for the families of the crew of the ill-fated Doriner, DNA profile recovered from the bottom of the sea matches 3 crew members of the crew which was on board the Doriner. The remains will be handed over to the families as soon as possible. The Deputy Commandant S. Vidyasagar, Deputy Commandant Subhash Suresh and Deputy Commandant N.K. Soni were on board the ill-fated Doriner plane, suddenly which vanished from the radar on June 8th off the Tamil Nadu coast. On July 10th, the wreckage was located. The wreckage included parts of the plane, watches, human remains and debris. I want to cut across to my colleague Jugal Purohit. He's joining us live from the newsroom. You know, Jugal, it's been a very, very long struggle, especially for the families of the 3 men on board, the 3 officers on board. You know, closure, yes, but of course the devastation that this has caused is not going to go away.
That's right, Preeti. It's an indelible mark which will remain, and what we can, however, inform our viewers that exactly 2 months to the date when this particular plane went missing on a routine evening sortie when it took off from the Chennai International Airport towards the seas around the area, and while it was to return at 10 p.m. Minutes before this particular return is when it suddenly vanished from the radar, and from then on we've seen what is perhaps India's biggest search operation, Operation Talash, which saw the involvement of ships, which saw the involvement of submarines, which saw international participation, and also that from a host of governmental and private agencies in India, ultimately ensuring that at a depth of 950 meters, an unprecedented level depth, Preeti, no maritime operation in India, at least in recent memory, comes anywhere close. That kind of a situation was created on account of this crash, but nevertheless on the 10th of July is when the wreckage was recovered. The human remains were found, and after the remains were found, they were sent to the Tamil Nadu Forensic Science Laboratory, where after detailed tests and matches is when the remains were confirmed. Basically bones and clothes and other items of personal wear were matched with the DNA profile of the 3 officers, and fortunately for the family, all the 3 matches were confirmed. What we are now given to understand is that the families will be called at a date and time convenient to them, and that's when the human remains will be handed over for final cremation. Also, Preeti, officially what it means is that these personnel now stand declared dead. If their bodies, if their remains are not found, then for a period of at least 5 long years, the families have to wait, and they are treated as personnel missing while on duty. But now this officially tells you that they died while on duty, and it calls for a special treatment, it calls for a special declaration from the government. And of course, as I said, it's an emotional closure for which the families had to unfortunately wait for 60 days to months. Back to you.
Appreciate it, Jugal, for you joining us, giving us the details there. We're going to keep coming back for more there.